Why is it so fucking hard to find a job?
You could be doing everything right and still not getting the job. Why is that? Right now, it is a really hard time to get a job. Many of you know this already, but it is an employer market, which means there are way more applicants than there are jobs.
This is the most humbled I've ever felt in my life. I'm literally holding resumes, a stack of them, so that I can go in person to places and say, are you guys hiring?
Hello, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Melting Smiley Face. See, I told y'all I was going to be back and I was going to start making videos again. Don't count on it being consistent, but I'm going to start making it again. Job searching is a deeply dehumanizing process. And before anyone says, I think you're being a little bit too harsh, no, I don't think I am. I don't think there's a better word to describe what the feeling of trying to get a job in this day and age feels like other than dehumanizing. I, like many other people my age, have gone through the process of opening our laptops, tablets, or phones up, going to all the major job sites, whether it be Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Handshake, what have you, sending in our resumes to wherever company or industry we desire to work in and getting little to no communication back. If we get communication back at all, it is a process of us constantly having to question whether or not, one, our resumes are even being seen, but if we're good enough to work in the things we're trying to work in. The first problem I have is how long it takes the hiring managers at these companies or even stores to look at and process our resumes, if they look at them at all. I have sent out so many resumes to so many different places and gotten automatic messages that say, oh, we'll look at your resume and let you know if you're a fit. But I don't even know if the reason why I'm not getting calls back is because I'm not a fit or because you just have not seen my resume. And honestly, I'm starting to think it's that you simply have not seen my resume in order to calculate or measure if you would even want me to work at your company or at your store.
Sometimes companies will post open jobs that they have no intention in filling with new hires. The only reason I know this is because I was in HR and I was in recruitment, and this is what they did. They already have somebody internal in mind to take these roles, and the only reason why they post it in the first place so they can show senior leadership that they tried finding somebody else.
And maybe this is just me projecting, but I feel like I would be a lot less mad if all the places that are rejecting or not considering me were like actual jobs, like companies. A lot of these places are minimum wage jobs, and there is something about not being able to get even a minuscule minimum wage job that does deeply crush your morale. It makes you feel like, damn, do you not think I'm good enough to do this job? And it's not me saying that minimum wage jobs are extremely easy or they don't take much skill, but as someone who has had several minimum wage jobs, it's not something that was completely backbreaking or something that I needed to use a lot of my energy to do. It was something that I could do quite easily. So these places not wanting to hire me or thinking I'm not a good fit, yeah, it does bruise my self-esteem, because what do you mean? However, when it comes to jobs at companies where you have like real positions, I feel different about not being able to get hired there. I think because I view those jobs as requiring a lot more skill, not being hired or even being considered makes me feel different. Like the things that these companies require to even send in your resume are a lot different than a minimum wage job. Like, for instance, every single actual job that I have tried to send in a resume for also requires a cover letter, which cover letters to me are so extremely stupid, because I've already in my resume let you know all my experience, all my skill, and what you need to know. I don't need to write a letter of me basically begging you via telling you a story about how passionate I am about this field. I am clearly passionate about this field because I purposely gained experience, multiple years of experience in that field, and I put that in my resume. The relationship I have to work is very specific, and I don't know if anyone else can understand me, but I like to work. I like to have a job. I like to have something to do. One, as someone who is an introvert that rarely goes anywhere, I like having somewhere that I know I can go out to, at least if not every day, every other day, that I know I'm going to spend a certain amount of time outside interacting with other people and actually doing something productive, not just kind of wallowing away and doing nothing. So I enjoy work. It makes me feel fulfilled. It low-key makes me feel like I have a purpose when I am working. So to be unemployed for as long as I have been, it takes a really big hit to my ego and to my sense of personhood, because what am I if I'm not working? A lot of the time when I'm not working, I'm literally not doing anything else. I'm literally not doing anything that I could say is bettering me in any way. So to have no work really puts me in a position where I'm just sulking in myself, kind of waiting for the time to keep passing. And I think more than anything, the real gripe I have with being unemployed is that obviously I have no money. And to me, not having money really impedes on me being able to live my life as someone who, like I said, is very introverted. I don't do a lot of things. And I wanted to make it a mission this summer to go out and do more things, to be more outside, to engage in things that I have said that I've always wanted to do, but never given myself the opportunity to do. And to have no money to be able to do those things is deeply devastating. I feel like I am letting myself down, and I am just continuing my state of wallowing in myself and letting time pass. And I think that that is what is now in this moment giving me the edge to not just make this video, but to at least make some sort of commitment to myself to continue to make videos. Because when I started this YouTube channel, of course I was very excited because, like I said, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. So finally doing something I've always wanted to do did make me happy. But I also was deeply afraid of having a creative block, not knowing what to talk about, not knowing what to do with this channel. Like, I barely posted after 1 month, obviously because I had some prior things that I was doing that impeded me from filming, and it's all explained in the last video that I posted, but also because I was just in a creative slump. I didn't know what to do. I felt unmotivated, and now in this moment I do feel more motivated, and I hope that that momentum carries on and I continue to make these videos. It doesn't matter what about, it doesn't matter if the topic is something anyone wants to hear about or not, but I want to make a commitment to myself to continue to do the things that I have promised to myself. But also, I am doing this because I hope to parlay this YouTube thing into something bigger, maybe becoming a full-time YouTuber, maybe not, or going into other parts of video and entertainment that I want to do, mostly because it will give me a sense of security that I don't think working in most other jobs would give me. When I am working for myself, I literally cannot be unemployed. You can't be unemployed if you're your own boss. You set your hours. Everything you do is your job. And that's kind of the place I want to be in, where I don't have to rely on another entity to hopefully want to hire me so that I can make money. I want that to be something I rely on myself to do. So anyway, this was just a rant. This was just me getting all the feelings I wanted to get out. I'll see you guys in the next video that I post. Bye.